All right. See what it's looking like. Give me a couple seconds, guys. Let's get everything situated. Yeah. See. All right. God bless you guys. Hope everybody's doing well. Please let me know if you can hear me in the comments below. Can y'all hear me? Blessings. Hello. We're going live from Facebook, not Instagram. What is it? YouTube and LinkedIn. Can you hear me well? Please let me know. Give me 1 second. Let's see. Can you hear me? Somebody, anybody, talk to me. Yes, yes. Awesome. Yay. It's working. All right. Cool beans. All right. So thank y'all for joining. Thank y'all for being a part of this moment. Wednesday. What is it? We end there Wednesdays. Um, just giving you a little inspiration and motivation, especially for my career workers and my entrepreneurs, small business owners. Loud and clear. Awesome. 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 All right. Yes, you can hear me. Awesome. Okay. Good, 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 good. Y'all give me one more second as I'm trying to uh there's a couple of different ways if you feel like I inspire you today that you can give. Here's a couple of ways. The link will come back up in a little while towards the end, but I also want everyone make sure that you are connected, right? Um Make sure that you're connected. This is the way. This is our LinkedIn, my LinkedIn information. If you haven't already done it, I want you to go and follow me on my YouTube, which is Prophet Nigel Ingram, and make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. But who am I? Let me go ahead and tell you who I am. Again, I'm Nigel Ingram. I'm the creative director and co-owner of this beautiful creative studio in Lillington, North Carolina. We're a creative studio and boutique and a prayer room by night. Now, here's the cool thing. We're 45 minutes south of Raleigh, North Carolina, 2 hours from Charlotte, and an hour and a half from Greensboro. Other dope part is that we're 24 minutes from Fayetteville, North Carolina. So we're in a prime location. If you want to come and visit us and spend time with us or access the creative studio, by all means, please come and spend time. All right. I want to get started with this thing. I don't want to be too long. I was on Instagram a couple of minutes ago, more like 15, 20 minutes ago. And I want to give you that same energy, but in a little bit more detail. I told everybody on Instagram that hey, my Facebook community and my YouTube is going to be a little bit different. I want you to hear me. Wives on YouTube. Oh, that's so dope. Thank you. So, hey, wives on YouTube in the comment section. So if y'all want to shoot over the YouTube, that's cool too. But Wednesday motivation, I want to talk about this, the dream. Last week we talked about input and systems, bringing your business or your dream of your business into a whole nother level, taking it from just a dream and making it a reality, right? And I talked about last week on Wednesday, you have to have, listen to me very close, a system in place. Everything is ran from a system. What is the system? The system is what creates or keeps things in order. Many of us have businesses, have dreams, have all these things, but we have no system. I call them the fly by night entrepreneurs. You know, they have a great idea, but they have nothing to take that idea from its infancy into a reality. A dream without works is just a daydreamer, or a dreamer without works is a daydreamer, right? You have to have some kind of method that keeps you in order and also keeps your dream, puts your dream from, you know, a notion into a reality. What's the use of having an idea that nobody ever sees? What's the you get what I'm trying to say here? You understand? All right, cool. With that being said, I want to go into this aspect of input. I talked about input last week, which is the groundwork. I need to take a sip of something. Where my sip? Where my sipper at? Here it is. Thank you. Let me take a breath. Let me just go ahead and be transparent with y'all. Being this tech thing is a little different for me. You know, it is what it is. We got to do what we got to do. But I just need to take a breath, breathe, and take a sip of this Spindrift sparkling water. Wife thought when I first started drinking sparkling water, you're just disgusting. I have a taste bud change. There's a shift that happened in my taste bud. I love sparkling water. So if you haven't tried this one, it's called what is it called? Mango orange. Taste it. All right. I'm here. Starting from yet the beginning again. I want to talk to you guys about input and creating your business, or taking your business from one aspect and scaling. On the Facebook Live last week, we talked about input. Now, this is going to be a little bit of a detail oriented, and I'm gonna give you some resources, and hopefully you'll follow them because I want you to grow. Listen. I care about money. Yes, I do. I'd be lying if I don't. But I care about you more than I care about any of that. I want each individual to blossom and go to the next level. I want your business to boom. Some of us, I know, starting out is like really hard. And I want to talk about that. It's really hard because you know you don't have necessarily the people, the resources, enough money, enough whatever. And it takes money to make money. And so you feel like you're alone. And if I'm speaking to you, just say, that's me. You know, you don't have enough of anything to make it happen. And it can be discouraging. It can be discouraging, especially for my entrepreneur. It can be very discouraging when you know you have a product or you have a service that will be of use to individuals, and you don't know how to bring that thing, how to bring attention to it. I did a video, what was it, a week ago, short clip. It's on my Reels as well as on TikTok, about promoting your business. If you don't talk about your business, nobody else will. And I know the drudgery of speaking on what you have and coming off as if you want people's money. And it's not even about the people's money that you want. You want people's lives to be changed. You know you have the solution. And so I want to talk about that. Let's talk about our business here. Let's look at this. You see this beautiful backdrop, or not backdrop. This is really a grass wall, whatever it is. When we first started this building or this business, we started in our what was it, our second bedroom. We turned our second bedroom into a business, our studio. Still to this day, if you walk into our house and our second bedroom, over the wall, over the doorway is CS, that stands for Creator Studio. And I told my wife, I said, yo, like, we don't have the money right now for overhead for a studio. And I know our ceilings are a little bit low, but we're going to start with what we have. And so we started doing shoots, and I'm very private. If you don't know by now, you need to know. I'm a very private individual. I don't let too many people into my business, right? But I started inviting people into our house when we did their photo shoots. I went from meeting them at a specific site to bringing them into our home to do a studio session. We started with what we have. Before I continue to go on, I want every person under the sound of my voice who's watching these lives right now, do me a favor, whether you're on LinkedIn, whether you're on Facebook, or whether you're on YouTube, share, share, share. Share, share, share. Do me a favor and share this live so that whoever needs to hear this can get it. It's about to get real raw. Parents, share it to your children, especially if they're millennial or Gen Z. Cause hey, we gonna get there. Hey, Juanita. Hello, every person who's watching. Where you watching from? Facebook. Hello. All right, cool beans. Thank you for sharing, by the way. Thank you for sharing. Now, listen, guys, when we first started, again, going back to how we started in our house. We didn't have the best equipment. We didn't have anything, but we had a vision. I realized that having a vision is not enough. Execution of a vision is. Let me tell you, before I wrote it out in detail, I started. Was that a problem? Not necessarily. A lot of people are waiting on certain things. I told wife at one point, and I'm being transparent. I told my wife at one point that when we first started, I wanted to wait until I got all the equipment, the right lighting, the right this, the right that, in order to make a studio. And the more even the right education, I started going to what was it? Art school. I was in art school. You know, I was taking classes, still take classes online, all that good stuff. But I was taking classes because I felt like I didn't have it. I didn't have the education and the skill set that I saw on YouTube. There was one guy that I loved so much, and I watched him so often in the beginning of our photography journey, called Peter McKinnon. Peter McKinnon. What's up, everybody? This is Peter McKinnon, and I'm and I was trying to do like him. I was trying to make videos like him, trying to do photography like him. And I would wait until I had everything to try to go forward. That didn't help me. I knew I had a skill set. I knew I could meet a need, but I wanted to wait. Let me put fire underneath every individual under the sound of my voice. Stop waiting. Stop waiting. Stop waiting. There got a point in our lives where I'm like, yo, these bills need to be paid. I'm on this millionaire journey. I need to do something, because waiting on people to see my job or see my business, see my skill set is not enough. And I begin to just execute. I remember, I tell this story all the time, and this is a part of the dream day. One day I was on my sofa watching TV, and all of a sudden I hear the voice of God tell me to draw out the vision of my studio. So clear. We weren't doing anything that day. We didn't even have a photo shoot. We was just chilling. I was thinking about going to DoorDash, and he tells me to go draw out my studio. So I run upstairs into that second bedroom in our makeshift studio, and I begin to draw out the studio, the vision of the studio. And when I first started drawing out, you know what happened? God told me to stop and ball up that piece of paper and start again. You know why he told me to do that? He told me to do that because my vision was too small. And so I kept drawing. I don't know how many pieces of paper I balled up, but I kept drawing, and I filled up the room. My imagination began to work for me, and I filled up the room. And then the next thing I know, God tells me, now go look for it. What was I doing? What was he teaching me? He was teaching me how to go from vision to execution. Vision to execution, not waiting, not going online and looking for a place, but looking, literally putting myself in the car and going and looking for that thing that I had drawn out. And to my amazement, I'm thinking, like, this is so inspired that I'm going to find what I'm looking for. You know what happened? I didn't find what I was looking for. What I had drawn out, I couldn't find it. I was looking for it in Lillington and still couldn't find it. I'm like, and I kind of got disappointed. I came back home that day, and next thing I know, a couple of weeks later, wife and I are stopping at this Japanese restaurant. We decided to get something to eat. I get out of my car, and lo and behold, the exact thing that I had drawn out was staring me in my face. It was an abandoned building that nobody was using. It looked like it had storage stuff in it. Nobody was using it. But yet and still, it was what I had drawn out. And I started screaming at it. I was like, yo, this is exactly what I drew out. This is it. This is it. I didn't care if it was for sale. I didn't care if somebody was using it. I was determined to let's make this thing happen. And I went after it. I was persistent. I had a photo shoot the next day. We had a photo shoot. We had taken one of our friends who's a business professional. We were taking his pictures. And so I think it was part 2 of that photo shoot. It was a 2-part photo shoot. He came to the house and I was like, yo, you got to see this building that I'm about to do this. That's about to be our our studio. He said, let's go. So we get in the car, come back down to Lillington. What do we find? This building. I said, man, this is the building. This is the exact same thing I drew out. And I showed him the piece of paper. And he was like, let's go. I'm with you. Why am I saying this? Because some of you have given your vision to the wrong people. You've given your dream to the wrong people. You drew out the dream. You felt people were excited and everything like that, and then their lack of excitement disappointed you, and you put it on the shelf again. Who am I talking to? You put your dream and your vision on the shelf because they didn't have the capacity to care or have the capacity to see what you saw. And so he had the capacity, but can I tell you a secret? Whether he had the capacity or not, whether wife had the capacity or not, I was determined. It brings me to my second point. You need to have some kind of determination with your business. I knew that I was going to see my vision come to pass. There was something on the inside of me that said enough was enough. Let's make this thing happen. Oh my gosh. Am I talking good? Is this helping somebody? Now watch this. After I got the capacity, after I showed him, I waited. We get a phone call. We get the building. I'm fast forwarding a lot now. But even though we got the building, there was still a lot to be done. This studio, we're still in renovation stage. But just because we're in renovation stage, we did not sell product. We are not using it. We're not having services in here. We're not, you get what I'm trying to say here? Some of you, it brings me to my third point. Some of you have not done what you need to do because you feel like you don't have everything all together. You want a finished product to show. I need you to not just have a finished product. I need you to get started and do something. Do something. Whoo! Do you know when we had our soft opening for this store, we didn't even have this green backdrop. We didn't have the studio up. All we had was the lights and the camera and a sofa or two for our lounge in the front. We didn't have anything. We didn't have all our stuff. But we still had our soft opening. My wife was still selling her product. She didn't even have clothes. We didn't have a dressing room that we have now. We didn't have any of this stuff. We just got started. Don't get discouraged with your process. It's all by our determination. Don't get discouraged with your process. Who am I talking to? I'm trying to help somebody who's been discouraged because you're like, man, I'm selling. Watch this. Can I tell you something? When my wife first started selling her earrings, these are some right here, right? When she first started selling her earrings, do you know, in our local community, we thank God for our support for the local community from those who have bought from us and purchased from Conscious Mind Clay. But do you know, in the beginning, nobody really bought. Nobody was buying the product. But can I tell you something else? I don't think she was really putting it out there like that. Because there was a part of her that was like, I don't want to bombard people with my information or my product. She had to overcome that. But When she overcame that mindset, somebody said, those are cute too. She said, thank you. When she overcame that mindset, watch this. What happened? She began to sell and people begin to buy. And I told her one day, I said, stop thinking about your community. Stop thinking about those you know. Start targeting those that you don't know. You have to find the demographic. You have to go to them. I remember before we got a boutique, I was focused on getting her earrings into a boutique. So we started looking for boutiques and places to put her product because I knew she had a product that people would love. They're nickel free, lightweight, polymer clay. I knew her product and they were beautiful. They were handmade, custom made. Everything that she sells, as far as earrings concerned, are a part of her identity, meaning she does it herself. You know, how would you feel if you had someone to make you your own custom style earrings? It makes you one of a kind. Every one of her earrings are one of a kind. Why am I saying this? Because when she first started, I knew that she had it, but she had to build the confidence. And now this girl, we got the table set up. We don't even have the full boutique, but her table set up making earrings. One of a kind. She's doing her, y'all seen her BOGO sale that happened on Monday. I'm using her as an example. Why? Because she did something. Sis said she loved one of a kind earrings. I know that's right. But she did something, even though she did not have everything. She had trial and error, but she produced to make the dream come to pass. Now, at one point, she was like, I don't want to do this for the, you see how beautiful these are? I keep bringing them up because I really like them too. You see how beautiful these are? When she first started out, she's like, I don't want to do this for the rest of my life. She's a fashion designer. She has design. She does fashion consulting. She's like, I want to do this. And I said, until you do that, keep making the earrings. Because the earrings are paying bills, sweetie. You need to do, this is the honest to God truth. I told y'all is going to be different. That's the truth. I told her, I said, until you get it, you need to, until you can get to the point where your earrings or you have enough product, you can focus on something else. You need to keep selling the earrings. You need to keep making custom made earrings. You need to keep doing this. That gave us an insight into the business. She's doing, yes, there are people selling earrings everywhere else. Let me bring this into my fourth point. Just because somebody is doing the same thing that you're doing does not mean you can't sell. Does not mean your business won't thrive. People are buy you and your personality before they'll buy your product. She has something different to bring to the table. We have something different to bring to the table. When people will have to go and make their own whatever or get their own marketing, she went to school for fashion marketing. She has her own style. Number two with that, we got the Holy Spirit. So there's an insight with what we have. We help people, right? I can help you because I have an advantage, not a disadvantage. Okay. So I said that to say, get started. The dream. Now, I use this story. And I want you to hear me very well. I used it on my Instagram, and it was about Kobe Bryant. When Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal first started playing together, listen. They were bashing heads. Why? Because it was two egos, two superstars on the same team. And Shaquille O'Neal would get upset with Kobe and say, man, pass me the ball. Because every time they would be on the court, it was all about Kobe. It was like the Kobe show. And the coach said something, either it was the coach or Coach Phil or who was it? Or Shaquille O'Neal. One day, because they were just getting fed up with Kobe just taking all the shots, making all the plays. They said, there's no I in team. And Kobe turns around and says, but there's a M-E in it. He said, there's a M-E in it. What was he saying? He said, I'm not going to leave you and your mistakes up to if we win a game or not. Yes, we're a part of a team, and I'm going to play my part. If you start playing your part, then I'll pass you the ball. Some of you need to understand this. Until people catch on to what you have, you need to do what you got to do. There's a standard of excellence. There's a standard of excellence that you must have with your product. Enough security in yourself to say, I don't mind someone coming and I want to work as a team, but if my team does not want to work with me or to the standard that I have, then I'm going to keep doing what I got to do until they come up. Don't lower your standards because someone ain't doing it. Listen, when we first started in this building, there was no one really helping us. We had, at the end, we had people coming in and painting, helping us paint. I think our family. What in the world? Our family was helping us. I don't know what that was. Our family was helping us. But nobody came, and we knew we had a product. We knew we had a service. We knew what this would do for the community and our family. But just because they didn't help, just because they didn't do, did not stop us. Because we had to raise the bar. This is the honest to God truth. Are y'all with me, man? Ooh. So you have to understand that you are the determining factor of whether the success or not, or the success or the lack of success comes. I'm talking good. I know I am. You have to do it. There were days where I would be lazy and I didn't want to, after get done painting, I was tired, muscles hurt, everything hurt. I didn't want to do nothing. And we would come in here and I would just sit down, but we still had to pick up the camera. I still had to get over my laziness because laziness did not pay the bill. Nobody knew we were here. We still had to market. We still have to market. We're in the renovation stage now. Woo! So you have to do something. This is a part of the input of your business, your small business. Next week, we're going to go into detail about those things. But let me bring this to you. This is the last point as I'm closing. You need to be able, your business needs to, how can I say this? Or your career or your job. If you want to see promotion, if you want to see success, then you, my friend, have to be a solutionist. You have to, what did I say? You have to be a solutionist. If money is your answer, then you're not a solutionist. What do I mean by that? If you're chasing a dollar instead of chasing a problem, then success will be minimal. Did that make sense? If you're chasing the dollar more than you're chasing the strategy for a problem, then money, finances, promotion will always be minimum. Give an example. In 2016, I was in a car crash. How did the car crash happen, Nigel? Great question. It happened because there was some kind of mess up with my medications from the VA. And they had what's called a psychotic break. I was taking medication that I shouldn't have been taking. I didn't know this. I was just doing what, they said. And I had a psychotic break and something happened called a DWI. I woke up one morning or one night, I don't know what time it was, and there was a police officer by this bed. I was in a hospital bed. And there was a police officer by my bed and saying, do you know what happened? I said, no, sir, I don't even know why I'm here. I'm looking down at my leg and my leg is in a cast or whatever it's called. I had something around my neck. I was banged up, missing a sock and a shoe. I'm banged up. And he says to me, he said, you're in a car crash. He said, you hit one car. He said, you went into a parking lot, began to do donuts in the parking lot. And he said, and your car hydroplaned and hit a railroad track and bent it in. Like I bent my car. It was a brand new car too. My car bent in the railroad track. And he said, when I got to you, he said, you were in the passenger seat and there was a The engine block of a Kia Soul. I don't know if y'all know about Kia Souls, but the engine block of the Kia Soul was sitting on you. I thought you were gone, man. And he was crying. The cop was crying. And he said, and we did a toxology report. And the determination of that toxology report will determine, whether we press charges or anything. Well, they did the toxology report and found out that there was substances, medications in my bloodstream. The medications were the medications that I was on. Watch this. When I got the DWI, I had to go to court. And I realized that if I went to court by myself, what would happen? I'd probably go to jail. So I had to spend a whole bunch of money to get this thing taken care of from a professional who could meet my problem. After that day, after all the money, I forgot how many thousands of dollars I spent that I did not have to fight this court case. It was thrown out. My lawyer had it thrown out because the toxology report showed that what was in my bloodstream was from the medication that was prescribed to me. And this type of medication does this. I didn't know it, but the lawyer presented it to the judge, and the judge immediately threw it out. Why am I going here? My lawyer met my need. After that, though, I realized, listen, I can't let none of that happen. It caught me by surprise, and it took away any kind of savings or it was a financial burden going to court. And y'all know lawyers. If you don't know lawyers, if you got friends that are lawyers, ask them. They ain't gonna pay. They ain't gonna show up to court if you don't pay. Huh? And I didn't have the money, so it took a long time to get it taken care of. But in 2017, I decided never again will I be surprised by any kind of mishaps like that. So I decided to join what's called Legal Shield, which protects my assets. And since then, in 2017, up until now, my assets are protected. I have a lawyer on standby, and I use them even in business, y'all. I use them even in business. We have contracts that my lawyers will go over. I got contracts that when we're getting ready to do a photo shoot, I already have a contract that's written out for me. It was totally free. Do you know how much it costs to get someone to write a lawyer to write a contract for you? But they met my need. And so my job now is to make sure that people are insured. This is just showing you I'm not chasing money. I'm chasing a solution. I'm not only that, when my mother transitioned a month ago, my family didn't have to worry about, her assets were protected or not. Why? Because we already had Legal Shield. Legal Shield made sure, the lawyers made sure that my mom had the right people had power of attorney. There was access to legal help at any time, going through the hospital situations, all these different things. Y'all get what I'm telling? Solutionists, yes. And so if you're interested in any of that, the legal aspect, I believe, I ain't worried about if I get pulled over, my wife get pulled over, because I got a lawyer on speed down. That's why if somebody come at me funny, because we had someone at one point. Let me give you another example, and I'm gonna keep going. We had another person come at us when we first started our photography business, because the person didn't like their photo shoot, not because the photo shoot wasn't good, but they was just giving us a hard time. And they were doing like some people do who have used DoorDash or try to get free whatever. They wanted a free shoot. And it was a wedding. You hear me? So this individual tried to get us to, try to get over on us. And all I had to say was, if you keep talking crazy to me, I'll call my lawyer. I have my lawyer deal with you, because I'm trying to handle your business the right way. Let me talk to, when I said lawyer, and I wasn't fronting, I told wife, I said, don't worry about it. We got legal help. We got legal protection. You know what this person did? Immediately dried up all that stuff and was like, well, thank you. Yeah. Well, I can keep going on and on. They've helped me with everything from my power of attorney to wills. All that stuff was free, but I I have them in my back pocket. I believe every entrepreneur, every person that's in a career field, especially where you're working with your hands, you need to have some kind of legal protection that protects you and your assets and protects what you have, whether it's intellectual property. You need to have some kind of legal protection. I'm telling you the truth. You need to have it. There's someone out there that wants what you have. And listen, if you have a lawyer outside of legal insurance, you're going to pay. I've seen people go bankrupt. I've seen people lose everything paying lawyer fees, or two things: medical bills and lawyer fees. Am I telling the truth? That's the truth. So, but they've met that need. They've met that solution for me, and I use them. The next thing I want to talk about, I'll give you another story. Y'all ready for this? This has nothing to do with legal. This is how I've gotten to where I am right now. I remember when we first started. This is before we got into this studio. This is before we got into this boutique. I remember when we first started, I didn't know anything about business. Other than my father was an entrepreneur, my sister was an entrepreneur. But doing it on my own, I didn't know anything about it. I was trying to do everything instead of focusing on the things that I was good at. And so I began to read books on money. I began to read books and watch people on finances and business. Caveat, let me show you one of the books that I believe every individual who's an entrepreneur or a small business owner or a career worker, you need to get. I think I talked about it last week. This book right here by Tony Robbins. It's called The Money Master the Game. Money Master the Game by Tony Robbins, 7 Simple Steps to Financial Freedom. You need to get this book and put it in your repertoire. You need to put it in your library. You need to have it and read it. Why? Because he even speaks of streams of income. He speaks of building streams, knowing money. Every individual that I've talked to that is wealthy, God has graced me to be connected to some wealthy individuals who are godly, who love the Lord. But every individual that I have talked to has said the exact same things. Those who have mentored me and those who have befriended me have said the exact same thing. You need to have more than one stream of income. If you expect your small business to prosper you, then you are wrong. You need to have multiple streams of income. They say something like this: don't put all your eggs, y'all finish the statement, in one basket. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. And so I began to develop streams of income. I realized that through their help, I was able to get to what I am now and what I'm doing now. Their revelation, their impartation, their cultivation has made me what I am. Not just business owner, but even leaders in ministry. Their consultations, their mentorship has helped me. Their counsel and their advice has helped me. I've now made people, I'm not hand to the man, millions of dollars. Millions, and that's no exaggeration, my friend. Millions of dollars. I have made people millionaires through my advice. And so now I put value on my value and I do prophetic consultation. There's a growing demand for prophetic consultation. What is prophetic consultation? Did you know this? I'm going to show you what prophetic consultation is. Did you know that every individual, every major individual in the White House, like President Ronald Reagan, they would have people come in and they would use their spiritual powers, this is the truth, illegally, to direct the leaders. Ronald Reagan had a woman come in, an astrologer, who would literally read the times, the seasons, the skies, the constellations, and he would base his whole life in the White House, every decision that was made, through through the constellations of what she showed him. Eisenhower, another individual, president, major president, general in World War II, had literally prophets that he would call, literally prophets that he would call to give advice, get advice. What is the Lord saying about this? What is the Lord saying about that? Many people, a man by the name of Paul Cain was an advisor or a prophetic consultation or consultant to, I think, Eisenhower and a couple of other presidents. Kim Clement was a prophetic advisor. They will call them. There are people right now that they're called to the kings of the earth. I'm one of those individuals. Not tooting my own horn, but that's what the Lord said. Am I making sense? And so if you want that, if you feel like I have what it takes to get you to that next level, there's some kind of revelation there that, hey, I can help you in spiritual advising. I want to help you. I know this sounds crazy, but here's the thing. I do it the right way. And that means that I follow God. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you what God didn't tell me. But this is also my life. This is outside of ministry as far as what we do in business. This is me counseling and giving advice on what you should do. I will never tell you what you need to do. I'll never tell you what to do. You're a grown individual. I will advise you on what to do. But this prophetic consultation, what am I doing? Meeting a need. Let me ask a question. How many needs are you meeting? How many problems are you solving? If you find the problem and solve it, the finances will come. But if you chase the finances instead of following or finding the solution, you'll always be at a deficit. Am I making sense here? The last thing, my wife, she's one of my greatest examples. Again, I'm going to show these earrings. You see these earrings that she's made? Once she began making earrings, she found there was a problem. What was the problem? Many women couldn't wear her earrings or couldn't wear the earrings because of the backing of the earrings. The backing. They were made out of nickel or had nickel in them. So it would break out people's ears. What is it called? Keloids? Keloids. It would break out people's ears. So, but they really wanted to wear them. So she changed and found the solution. Her solution created revenue. And these earrings right now they're lightweight polymer clay earrings with no nickel. Finding, what did I say? The solution. Finding the problem and being the solution. Once you find the problem, target it. Your dreams will come to pass. Some of you, I need to speak to my millennials right now. Sis said they are so lightweight. I know that's right. I need to talk to my millennials right now. Some of my millennial bros and sis are chasing passions. They're chasing passions more than they are chasing reality. Don't nobody care that you're passionate about your what is it? Give me something. Passion. Give me a passion, somebody. Don't nobody care that you're passionate about the color of white paint. You might love white paint, but if your passion is not meeting a need, then you're going to be broke. Don't nobody care that you don't want to work and you want to work from 7 to, you only want to work 3 hours a day for the rest of your life. A niche. Yes, exactly. Don't nobody care about that. Why? Because there are needs here. There are needs in the earth. And as long as you feel entitled, you'll never have wealth. No one is entitled to give you anything. Everybody's money. I have wealthy people in my phone right now. Can I tell you the truth? Their money is their money. Their money is their money. I'm not looking for them to pay my bills. I pay my bills are paid. I've been saying it for a minute. But the moment that I got out of the entitlement, Gen Z especially, the moment that I got out of entitlement and just began to work my butt off with my faith and walking in what God said, was the moment that opportunities begin to run. It's not about you. Exactly. And in this cancel culture society, it's about feelings and about people. We've built that, and now it's beginning to ruin us. Okay, I'm not going to stay on that any longer. The last thing, I want to show you this again. I brought it up. I told you I was going to bring it up at the end. If everything that I have said, these are the ways that you can be a blessing or support what we're talking about right now. These are ways that you can support what we're doing. If I have inspired you in any way to go out and get it, and you want to show your gratitude, these are ways. I put it up on the screen. I was trying to make it a part of the comments. Let me see if I can do it. Hold on, everybody. Let me see. Boom. Okay. I don't know if it showed up or not. All right. Boom. I don't know if it showed up. Did it show up? Can't really see it. It didn't show up, did it? Can't post comments in some distance. Okay, cool. Well, those are the ways that you could share. I mean, those are the ways that you can be a part. That's the way we can see it. Okay, we see it. Awesome. I'm in a platform right now, so I can't see everything. And then if you haven't already done it, if this has been a blessing to you as well, and you feel inspired, you want to follow me, this is the way that you can follow. Follow my link tree. Follow my link tree. Matter of fact, let me just do this. Boom. Too easy, right? Here it is. Boom. There's a way to be a blessing. And let me do. Y'all, we handling business, huh? We ain't got time to play no games. Yeah, I pay my bill. My bills are paid, but we ain't got time to play no games. Huh? What is going on? All right. Boom. I don't know why that one. Anyway, this is the way. You follow my link tree. Make sure you follow me on YouTube. We're going live from YouTube right now. YouTube. You can go back and watch this on YouTube. I might just take it off all the other platforms and just keep it on YouTube. LinkedIn and YouTube. But our LinkedIn address gives you the ability to follow. Here it is. Boom. Too easy. Y'all, we working. All right. Come on now. Come on, baby. There it is. Wow. It's on my Facebook. This is how you can follow us. Make sure you subscribe, turn on that notification button on our YouTube, and follow me on our platforms. If you felt you like these earrings, you can go to Conscious Mind Clay. She's about to put the link down below. You can go to Conscious Mind Clay and get these earrings. But listen, I want to leave you with this, and I said this on my other live as I am exiting. You need to understand this. A lion that does not hunt will not eat. Come on. Do you hear what I just said? I'm going to say it for the people in the back one more again. A lion that does not hunt will not eat. How hungry are you? If you're a lion and you're hungry and you want to go after this thing, I'm here with you. I'm here with you. I'm going to be in the pack with you, and we're going to go and conquer. We're going to go and win. I don't play cute. I play fair, but I don't play cute. And I want you to understand that as long as you're hungry, as long as you're hungry to see the dream come to pass, you'll never be without. How hungry are you? Rawr. Too far? She said too far. All right. But I do want to get you activated. I'm probably going to be saying this for the rest of the year. Activated. I want you activated. Huh? All right. With that being said, thank y'all for joining us. Thank y'all for being on this live. And I hope to see you next Wednesday for We In There Wednesdays, and next Monday for Monday Motivation. Oh, if you haven't already done it, go ahead and sign up for the conference, the staging conference. Huh? Register for the conference. We have limited seating. So, and tickets are going. If you want to be a part of something that's going to change your life, the speakers that are coming, go ahead and register before you can't register anymore because the seats are gone. All right. All right. Shalom, shalom. How can they register? Go to New Wine Prayer Room. Yeah, I'm about to. She's about to put the link down. Upload the link. So with that being said, all right, y'all. I'm gone, and I'll talk to you next time. Shalom.